What's good? We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. We up in this thing doing what we does. Let it percolate, all right? Shout out to the entire LDBC. We working. And there's a rumor going around that Jermall Charlo, which I knew he was coming back to December 22nd, and we thought it was probably going to be versus Willie Monroe. It was supposed to be versus Willie Monroe like November 17th, 15th, or somewhere in there on FS1. But now it's some huge news. And I know it to be true. I'm not sure about the opponent, but it is a rumor that Jermall Charlo will break ground, and he will be the first headline for the PBC and Fox new deal. Okay, he will be fighting on Fox, not FS1, versus Magic Man Sulecki. You know, that's what I call him. He fought Sulecki is, most famous for fighting Danny Jacobs, and we thought he beat Danny Jacobs. I was on live on Corey Lee joint with the bottom line Santi Walton that night. I believe we was also on with Cali Enigma, Actual Facts, Angel Santos as well. A few of the brothers on there thought Sulecki edged out Danny Jacobs. So they are, December 22nd gonna break ground and be the first main headline event for the PBC and Fox new deal on regular Fox 2. Am I a little bit disappointed? Yes, I'm disappointed from this standpoint. I always keep it real that hopefully this is just a blip and not a trend of the type of fights they will have on Fox. I don't want to see these type of fights on Fox. Okay, I understand Sulecki, beat Jacobs, a good fight. Jermall Charlo's holding the WBC interim title. This ain't the type of fights I want to see on Fox, to be honest. I want to see, tough championship caliber fights on this platform. I want to see a Santa Cruz versus Gary Russell on this platform. I want to see, something like a Jose Uzataki versus Caleb Plant on this platform. Some of a meaningful fight. You know what I'm saying? This could be a meaningful fight. I don't think it's an easy fight at all. Sulecki also stopped Hugo Centennial Jr. in the 10th round. In the final round of their fight, I think it was the 10th round. Okay, and Charlo stopped him in a few rounds. Sulecki was giving Danny Jacobs some good work. He was outboxing Danny Jacobs. His jab was a problem. His straight right hand was a problem. I think he's orthodox. Was a problem for Danny Jacobs, man. But I don't want this to be I'm not saying Sulecki's a bad fighter. I want the most meaningful Fox to be on Fox. The most meaningful fights to be on Fox. I want to see the creme de la creme fights on Fox because why it's so important for those fights to be on Fox, all right, is because Showtime, it can help drive people to Showtime. They can use Fox as a pay-per-view-esque type of platform that will pay dividends for Showtime. And when I say like a pay-per-view-esque type platform, I mean like not as far as you pay per view, as far as you have an elite fight on a platform, but people get it for free. Okay, people be like, "Damn, that was a hell of a fight versus Gary Russell and Santa Cruz." And then people be like, "Well, where they gonna fight at next time?" Well, next time you see Gary Russell, Santa Cruz, they'll be fighting on Showtime. Oh, I gotta subscribe to Showtime. If these type of fights they giving on, it's pretty much a big representation of boxing in a whole. Fox is able to be giving these guys notoriety. It's going to be able to give these guys a platform, and Showtime also a platform to drive in more subscribers. You know what I'm saying? People going to want to pay the $13 or $14 to see what these dudes are fighting at. You don't need any lackluster fights. And I understand this is like the beta or the prototype, and it's the first one. And also they owe Jermall Charlo a favor because they couldn't deliver him none of the big fights in the division. And that's not nobody fought but boxing politics, okay? That's boxing politics. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that he got this fight. And I think it's a really, really good fight. It's a good barometer for people to gauge the difference between him and Danny Jacobs. Also, styles make fights don't mean that Jermall Charlo beat him in one round or go 12 tough rounds with him. It doesn't really, tell you how Danny Jacobs and Jermall Charlo going to go. But, I also would have liked Sulecki to go back down the weight if he could and challenge his brother Jermall Charlo. That would be an excellent fight as well. I was hearing that if Charlo was going to fight Willie Monroe, like I said, it was going to be on FS1 Sports, and it would be from Houston. So I'm still thinking this fight is probably going to be in Houston, the Houston area on Fox. I don't know if Jermall going to slide up on that thing or not. I don't know what the card looking like, but I know it's an abundance of fight cards that PBC got. Fights that's supposed to be made that PBC got that is no word on. I heard Caleb Plant said he signed his contract to fight Jose Uzataki Hopefully I'm pronouncing the name right. I'm hearing Gary Russell Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz was trying to move the fight from November to December. That's what I heard. And then I heard Triple H 1200 tell me that he heard an interview on ES News, and Santa Cruz basically was not going to fight Gary Russell, okay? So you got fights out there that's floating in the wind. You know, Keith Thurman tuned up, and I know people say, well, ain't Keith Thurman fight Sean Porter? Keith Thurman can negotiate to fight Sean Porter because Sean Porter is not coming back to the spring. He can negotiate to fight Sean Porter and still take a tune-up, you know? So that's not a problem. People act like that's a huge problem as well. But, you know, I would like to see my dog Charlo in a better fight. But I honestly, there's no better fight for him. Unless he would have had to hash out a deal to move up and take on Anthony Durrell for 168-pound title that's in recess by David Benavidez. But I'm pretty sure he want to make his forever lasting mark on the middleweight division. And also, he gonna wait. He probably got blind faith that the WBC gonna do the right thing and force Canelo to fight him if he comes back down, or he's gonna be handed a belt. So at the end of the day, you can't fault him, you know. But I know the WBC ain't gonna do right by him. I said that, you know, when he first took that interim title and dropped out of those rankings, man. I can't remember what video it was, but I told people that was the biggest mistake that he made. His blind faith in the WBC to do the right thing. He'll never get the benefit of fighting Canelo and getting the viewership from that. He won't get that benefit. He'll get handed a belt before that happens. Okay, but hey, you know, it is what it is. Sulecki, let's give him some shine. Good fighter. I want to say he's an orthodox fighter, man. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, man. I broke tape down on him, you know, a few years ago. Well, no, when he fought Danny Jacobs, I broke tape down on him. So, you know, I apologize if I get it wrong, man. If I, you know, don't get his stance right. But yeah, he's from Poland. I knew that. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I get it right. See what's his stance is, but before I get off this video. But he's the orthodox. Yeah, I was right. 6'1". Only one loss to Danny Jacobs, but I thought he edged Danny Jacobs out. Only 10 knockouts. But I believe that he's a bigger puncher than it appears. Sulecki just don't put a lot of punches together. At least what I saw from the Danny Jacobs fight. Maybe he had a lot of respect for Danny Jacobs' speed and rhythmic movement and his power. But you know, if he put more than 2 punches together, I think he could thump and get some dudes up out of there, man. This is a tough fight for Charlo. In my opinion, it's a tough, stay busy, meaningless fight for Charlo. Only good that can come from this fight if he knocks Sulecki out early or do Sulecki dirty, unlike Danny Jacobs. This is a you know, a barometer for people to gauge him versus Danny Jacobs. I'd like to see Sulecki go back down and wait and fight Jermall Charlo, though, because he was #1 for Jermall Charlo belt when he moved up and fought Danny Jacobs at 160. Earlier this year. Okay, he's also advised by Al Heyman. For those who don't know, Sulecki's a premier boxing champion fighter, and it's live for Houston. You know, like I told people about going to fights. If you've never been to a live fight, I've been fortunate enough to go to quite a few major fights and some, you know, not so major fights, and I enjoy myself every time. The atmosphere is always beautiful. Women at fights is always, you know, music. You know, if I've been to casinos or little boardrooms, and I always had a good time. So even if this is not your, you know, greatest matchup to go see for your first fight or a fight you want to go check out, if it is in the Houston area, or I can't imagine them having nowhere else. I mean, go check it out. Tickets, PBC tickets ain't that bad. I travel to fights more than people know. Ain't that bad. You know, you're going to have a good time. And do we wish this was where Golovkin stepped up and took the title eliminator and fought, you know, Jermall on this platform? Yes, that'll be the greatest smash hit for, you know, Premier Boxing Champions partnership with Fox. Win, lose, or draw. It'd been a hit, but Golovkin not cut that way. I've been telling people that for years. He's the most fraudulent dude in boxing. Right up there with Canelo Alvarez. I think beneath Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo Alvarez is a known cheater, and we don't know how long he's been cheating. But hey, you know, these dudes, you know, they're gonna freeze out the black fighters. They're gonna freeze out the Cuban fighters, and you know what? You gotta have the harder way, but the harder way is gonna make it for a better story. You know what I'm saying? So shout out for I'll link the article in the description from Dan Rayfield, ESPN. If it turns out to be true, I'm gonna call it rumor right now, but I know for a fact. I heard out Jermall Charlo's mouth that he's coming back December 22nd. And it sounds like they're going to break ground and give him the platform to headline the first fight of PBC and Fox brand new deal December 22nd, right before Christmas. So, holiday season. Aye. For my boy Jermall Charlo and for my old DJ Holiday Trap, OJ the Juice, man, and, you know, Gucci Man mixtapes, man. But y'all know what it is. Goodfellas Sports TV. Y'all know, shout out to the LDBC Lions Den Box community. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Also, if you want to make a donation, the PayPal link is there as well. And if you can't donate, you can do me one better. This is the absolute best thing you can do for me, other than subscribe, like, share the video, screen record them, drop them in your Facebook group, boxing groups, talking, sharing with a friend that talk boxing. And also, we do NBA, NFL videos. I think I'm about to cook up an NBA live stream after I drop this video, so be on the lookout for that. And just look out for us, man. And retweet our videos and follow us.